And we've got time.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So the Nets starting five. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the small forward spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And here's KD for three. Tries again. And Jordan with the layup.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Now here is Holiday. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Middleton. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Greg, tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting. There are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship. What do you think?
You know, there will never be a substitute for balance, but I just think with the evolution of the skill that we see in our game, the coaches and players being so smart, you do want to keep the opponents guessing, but let's face it, the three-point shot is here to stay. It's really simple, Matt. Three is more than two.
Holiday against Harden. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. It's Giannis with the drive. Great D that time from Jordan. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Knicks. Moving it up. Harden, that's good.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
The Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harden against Holiday. Passes to Lopez. Back to Holiday. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Harden against Holiday. And the shot goes in. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here is Holiday. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. 6 to shoot. A three ball. Trying to get open is Lopez. And staying with the play, Middleton. Middleton's got his second bucket.
Well, I tell you what, Middleton getting his hands dirty inside on the glass. We know he can shoot it from outside, but inside points a bonus.
And he gets the bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Jordan against Holiday. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Here's DiVincenzo. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Shamet kicks to Jordan. KD passes to Jordan. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
For three, Middleton. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Shamet the pass to Harden. 9 feet out. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
I don't know too many guys who have the skill and attacking mentality that Harden does. I mean, he's only got one thing on his mind, and that's scoring the basketball.
Holiday finds DiVincenzo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. And here's Harden for 3. Goes back up, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Brook Lopez.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Middleton out to the right wing. Here's Connaughton. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Brooklyn ahead, up 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the point guard position.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
They get a hand on it. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
That's tipped. It's the Nets now. Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Irving dishes to Brown. The kick out to Irving. Unable to get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Feeds to Middleton. Pass to Portis, and Portis throws it down.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep and really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier. Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Antetokounmpo inside. He's covered by Irving. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Here's Harden. Rebounded by the Bucks. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
You know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
1:10 left now here in the second. Griffin with the steal. And here they go. Here's Irving. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And a quick look at some of the numbers for DeAndre Jordan.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
Harden finds Jordan. Now, here's Shamet. Harden left side. Pass to Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Left side, Jordan. Back to Harden. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Hey, Harden is automatic from here. The defense.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above 4. Checking out Brooklyn. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Luwawu is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the center. Clock at 4. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo. I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
Brooklyn making some changes. Harris is checked in for Green. And Durant subbed in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Irving drives in. Yep, that one goes. Irving's got the lead back up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on James Harden. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Jordan knocks it away. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff.
Man, it's always fun watching Harden get going. I mean, he can spray you from outside or slay you from inside. And it's usually pick your poison.
Here's Portis. Makes it off the glass. Portis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Harden against Holiday. Harden, no good. Bucks trail by 3. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Harden kicks to Harris. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. There's the pass to Portis. Down low. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Bucks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the 3rd quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And that one drops.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Offensive rebound. Irving dishes to Griffin. Griffin draws the double. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Griffin. Irving's got 15.
How about Irving showing you great energy there, just refusing to be boxed out?
The Bucks trail. There's 42 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And a change for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Luavu. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Giannis. The shot comes out. Nice D from Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And it's Irving missing. Fast break, Milwaukee. Middleton leading the charge. Griffin with the steal. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Bucks lead by 1. And we'll get going. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline.
Hey, we got a lot of good looks.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the chart.
He gets it in there.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
Milwaukee in the lead. And here's Holiday. Lopez up top. It's Giannis with the drive. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Harden, that's good.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen and letting it fly with ease.
Green against Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Durant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
He is one of the longer wings in the game. Durant knows a thing or two about drawing fouls.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Green.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in. Lopez has got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Jordan. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's blocked by Brown. Jordan the pass to Harden. And Harden with the stop.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Giannis kicks to Holiday. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Holiday gets the bucket.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out. Boy, those are the kinds of plays that Lopez is known for. Huge basket there.
To the paint. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Middleton against KD. And it's Middleton penetrating, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You can really see Middleton now starting to emerge as a leader for this team. Whenever they're looking for an important basket, he provides it.
Here's Harden. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks leading by 5. Here's Giannis. The layup missed. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Here's Holiday. It's good. And the Nets with possession. 44 seconds left in the fourth. Brown outside. And here's Harris from the arc. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Yes!
The big fella, Brook Lopez, coming up with a gigantic fourth-quarter score.
The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. It's Harden with the drive.
Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden right now.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. DiVincenzo with it. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
The wide open look for Durant. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, in my mind, KD is one of the top 10 all-time guys that you want taking that shot. His length, his ball handling, his shooting, and his confidence.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. I'm Chris Manning, and I'm joining all of you from our 2K Virtual HQ.
And I'm Alexis Morgan, joining you from Atlanta, where I've been checking out All-Star events, and I'm just wrapping up All-Star Weekend.
It has been an absolutely packed weekend, including the 2K21 My Team Unlimited $250,000 tournament champion being crowned.
Yes, congratulations.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Snell in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the center. Irving finds Harden. And it's Irving missing. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Here's Irving following the basket by Trae Young. And players getting some rest during the All-Star break, but also, Doris, having a chance to refocus on their mission.
Kevin, you absolutely sense the urgency increase right after the All-Star break. The best tend to want to make their move and be playing their best basketball. And so the competitiveness goes skyrocketing.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Hawks. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on. That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here is Harden following the basket by Trae Young. And here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is given. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
And Harden with the stuff.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, and both teams trading punches. Now, here is Young. Last game he had 13. Collins wide open. He fires. Herder passes to Collins. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Oh, are you kidding? 5 for 5, and they just got started.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Harden can't hit.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Gallinari comes in for Collins. Bogdanovich is checked in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
And staying with the play, Harris.
Well, Joe Harris, known as a shooter, but make no mistake, this guy will mix it up on the glass. Great offensive rebound right there.
Rondo looking around. Out to the wing. Okongwu kicks to Capella. Inside, they double him with Jordan. A shot by Okongwu, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
Here's Harden. Drops in the breakaway layup. Harden's got 8.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Hawks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Rondo bounce pass. Capella the pass to Okongwu. He kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Gallinari. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Johnson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
A fearless competitor. 190 pounds of Tyler Johnson, more than willing to take the hit.
Bogdanovich passes to Capella, and stolen by Jordan. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Rondo with the steal. And now Gallinari pushing it up. No one back to stop him. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Danilo Gallinari very content to find his teammates.
Here is Harden. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New York.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball.
Oh.
You got to get it.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Okongwu is out there with Gallinari, and it's Fernando in at the 5. That shot off, And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met. But what a great game.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Gallinari right side. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, just tremendous quickness and great release by Danilo Gallinari. Catch and shoot is easy money for him.
And the pass to Jordan. And here's Irving. And he lobs it up toward the rim and stolen by Jordan. Pass to Irving. Shoots from the corner.
Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to bring to the table every night. Great effort, incredible presence on the backboards, a ton of length defensively. Love everything he does for you.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Andrew Shamet comes in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella comes in for Bruno Fernando. And Tony Snell subbed in for Gallinari. And Young, here we go. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harris kicks to Harden. And again, it's the Nets missing. Nets passing it around. Harris dishes to Durant. Rebounded by the Hawks.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Okongwu's shot is good. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Durant, the pass to Jordan. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Okongwu slams it in.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And it's blocked. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Brownie's checked in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Clint Capella. Collins comes in for Okongwu. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed, look out.
Irving against Rondo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The Hawks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
That's good from Rondo.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Irving passes to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Lobbed up there for Collins. He can't get that one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And it's Shamet missing. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Fernando. The dish now to Snell. It's hauled in by Brown. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Outside, Bogdanovich.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. And that's a wrap for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Shamet in at the 2 spot. So that's the Nets 5. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Shamet, the pass to Harden. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Bogdanovich. Young's got the game tied up here for the Hawks. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting in this game 45%. Harden right side. Dishes it to Jordan. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
He throw good, James Harden. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Kevin Herter, he is checked in for Bogdanovich.
Well, the size and height of Kevin Durant makes him a prime threat to throw it down. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
Young against Harden. Young outside. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Hill. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And it comes off the front of the rim.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Herter. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
They get it back.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That'll be his second foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Irving for 3. Offensive rebound.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Hawks trail by 5. Young looking around. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, it's hard to close off the lane.
Irving drives in, lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Young with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's three-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
Irving, good. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Young. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Irving against Young, the 10-footer. And again, Kyrie Irving. 10 points for him.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Young outside. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. For Atlanta, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Rondo comes in for Young. Here's Rondo. Good, the assist goes to Hill.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Hawks making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. 44 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Griffin. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And offensively, a great... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Bogdanovich out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Snell in at the 3, the small forward.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Irving passes to Griffin. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's deflected. Here's Luwawu. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Gallinari kicks to Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Gallinari, a scorer at heart, but how about the unselfishness? Perfectly sets up his open teammate.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Durant's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Oh, the power on that throw-down.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Harden against Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And the jam by Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Rondo passes to Capella. Back to Rondo to tie it up. Another three for Atlanta.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
No good from Durant.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to. It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
So they foul intentionally. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin, and Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Atlanta also making some changes here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Gallinari. John Collins comes in for Tony Snell. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And they pick up two.
And no one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop. And that thing is a deadly shot.
Young against Harden. This is it to Fernando. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball.
Well, the length of Kevin Durant on the defensive end, creating havoc and an opportunity for his guys.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. A two-point game. And it's blocked by Jordan. And he's able to get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Kevin Huerter. And it's blocked by Jordan. And he recovers it. And the shot goes down. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Harden against Young. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Here's Young. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Harden got it!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Young outside. Count it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
Here's Harden. Good!
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Money! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Solid there, just recognizing when to drive. When Young has some wiggle room, he sees it.
It's Harden with the drive. Ooh, off wide. Young outside. It's in!
And this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're down by 2. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Trae Young.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made every...
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And with tip-off coming up.
Hey, Kevin, the Atlanta.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Danilo Gallinari.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the back. Okongwu is out there with Collins. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on the defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it. He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
And Holiday, here we go.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Kicks it out to Collins. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. Rebound, Milwaukee.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. The finish and the dunk by Capella.
Using those long arms and quick hands to create the turnover. Collins, once again, finding ways to help this team.
Now here is Holiday. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Middleton the pass to Lopez. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
And checking out the stats for Clint Capella, since the break, he's been simply stellar, averaging about 16 points, 16 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
All shots he's changed just by challenging them. Such a luxury to have someone like this as your last line of defense.
Stolen by Collins. Capella, the pass to Rondo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity. And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Rondo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
An underrated athlete, Danilo Gallinari is built to operate out in space.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's good for 2.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. It's good.
I'll tell you, Forbes doesn't spend a lot of time in the paint, but that was a convincing move.
Here's Rondo. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Middleton. 23 points for him the last game against Washington. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points. Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Hawks lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about
I think the most important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disrupted.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, we've got Bobby Portis. E.J. Tucker is out there with Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. Holiday finds Portis over Okongwu, and Holiday is right there.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
Young left side. Count it, good. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Forbes dishes to Holiday. Down low, here's Portis. It's deflected. Here's Young, and that one drops. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
With that tight handle, Trae Young can get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Holiday with it. Okongwu covering, and it's good for 2.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Young drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 10.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here is Forbes, defended by Young. Holiday against Young. And here's Holiday. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Young, right side, out to the right wing. Snell from outside. The shot will not fall. And Milwaukee the other way now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gallinari. John Cowens comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Tony Snell.
Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Antetokounmpo. Young with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Huerter. No good on that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
And the Hawks making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Middleton's checked in. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Rondo on top, guarded by Holiday. And here's the fast break. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Back to DiVincenzo. And the shot goes down.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
24 seconds left in the second quarter. Holiday against Rondo. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Herter. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Now Middleton. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
And a close game so. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. And that should do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Young and Herter make up the back. Clint Capella is out there with Okongwu. And it's Collins in at the 3. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. The Hawks trail by 6. Young looking it over. That one rolling around and rims out.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Taken away by Holiday. And here we go. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, you see the value Drew brings on the defensive end. Anticipates well, has the long reach, and very quick hands.
Young passes to Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Holiday against Young. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Showing off the power there. Holiday likes to attack and comes at it with a lot of force.
Young is doubled. Lob pass to Capella. The rebound by Middleton.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 9-point Milwaukee lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Young against Holiday. And Young, here we go. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
You know, defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot, but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
Holiday against Young. And it's blocked. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Okongwu, the pass to Capella. Inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez, but he stays with it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Hawks trail by 7. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For the Hawks, Gallinari comes in for Okongwu. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter. Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Rondo comes in for Young. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Portis kicks to Forbes. For the 3. Gallinari with the rebound. Hawks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Bogdanovich. From down in the low post, it goes. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket tonight.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
Dishes to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. And he goes in for the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
To the inside, Collins. Off with the layup. Bucks leading by 7. Here's Forbes, and he uses the glass on the layup. Forbes has got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lobbed up there for Bogdanovich.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Stolen by Collins. Here's Snell. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And now just a 5-point Bucks lead. And that one released in time, but no good.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the shooter's face.
And we've reached the end of the third. Bucks lead by 5. We'll be back shortly.
Defensively, we got to keep these.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Portis in at the center position.
One of the best young lob men in the business. John Collins finished with an exclamation point.
Holiday the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
When Holiday's feeling good, he causes plenty of these. Able to power through contact and finish.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Trae Young comes in for Rajon Rondo. Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Young against Holiday. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Holiday throws it down.
We talk about Drew's toughness and his all-around game, but he can also flat out fill it up.
Knocks it loose, taken away by Holiday. And here comes the break. Here's DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Young. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for stardom.
Holiday with it. On the wing, DiVincenzo. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Trae Young. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee.
Every day, Holiday can be relied upon to bring focus, energy, toughness, and he's a terrific competitor.
Here's Young. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. That's tipped. And now here comes Young leading the break. Makes it off the glass.
You know, out in the open floor, Trae Young does an excellent job of assisting or finishing.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Young against Holiday. Clock at 6. Middleton the pass to Giannis. Charity stripe shot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 9.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
And it's sent back by Lopez. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. And now we've got the intentional foul. The Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Gallinari. And it's John Collins in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. He lobs it up. Good work defensively by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Young with the ball. And he banks in the layup. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Keeps it alive, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Holiday, no one around him. No good from outside. The Hawks trail by 7. The pass to Herter. Back to Young. Pass to Herter. And here's Young. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here. Hawks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Young against Holiday. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Capella. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Now here is Holiday. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that stretches their lead to 8. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Young outside. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, Milwaukee with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. of the Bucks as they enter the building.
That answer. Let's talk NBA bubble. I know a lot of players took their consoles to the bubble. Did you? And did you spend a lot of your spare time on the sticks?
Yeah, everybody took their game system. Especially at first, we had so much free time. As you can imagine, doing the same thing every day for 82 days. I counted. So yeah, it was a lot of video games being played, a lot of 2K, especially that first 2 days we were in.
We hope you're wearing the green today. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for the Nets, they've got Joe Harris. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the 1. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Really left alone that time. And for our viewers tonight, don't blink. Clark, you might miss something.
Do not blink. Do not put your eyes on your popcorn or whatever snack you're having while you're watching this one. They get up and down in a hurry, both of these squads. Execution on the fast break will probably determine the outcome in this one. Fast break points, a big stat to keep an eye on.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. And here's Brooklyn. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against New York. Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. And here's Harden. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
Holiday finds Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just,
what a play! Woo!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Holiday goes in. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Here's Middleton. Brooklyn with the rebound. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with the ball. On the corner. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Nets trail by 3. Harden scanning the floor. Lopez with the block. They retain possession. And here's KD for 3. Tries yet again. And Jordan with the layup.
Well, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Dishes it to Holiday. The kick out to Lopez. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Durant with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the shot goes in.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Lopez. Giannis outside. Bucks passing it around. Holiday against Harden. The shot by Holiday, no good.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Irving. He gets that one.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
Here is Forbes. He had 10 points in the win against the Wizards in Washington. The shot's good.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And Irving launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Irving's got 5 points so far. Here is Forbes. No good on the last second attempt there. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play on the court for the Bucks. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. Now, here is Irving. Defense right on him. They kick it out to Green. Back to Irving. Brown outside. In the corner, Irving with it. Griffin, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Griffin's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunity.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Irving dishes to Griffin. Back to Irving. With the teardrop, and he gets it to go. Irving's got 9 points.
How many different ways can Kyrie Irving beat his man? I mean, his array of moves is endless.
Forbes the pass to Portis. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Luwawu. Here's Brown. They kick it out to Green. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Ball stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. Green with the ball. Irving dishes to Green. Right side, Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Nets leading by 6. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. A deep three from Irving. A rebound by the Bucks. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
Break coming out of the All-Star break. A couple teams have really turned up the intensity, haven't they?
Playoff seedings are in sight, Kev, and no doubt this is a crucial stretch of the season, especially for teams that will be on the bubble.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Here's Forbes, banked in off the glass. Forbes has got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Connaughton, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro, and James Harden has subbed in for Brown.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Boom, he jams it straight down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stop.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. To the left side wing. On the wing, Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Here's Lopez. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. The Nets shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. trailing by 2. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
It's Harden with the drive, and he makes that one. Harden's got 8 points.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Bucks trail by 4. Outside Holiday. Passes to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Lopez. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
It's Harden with the drive. Count it.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Giannis missing. Brooklyn leading by 4. And they go to the intentional foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Landry Shamet. It's Harden with the drive. Griffin kicks to Green. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Harden, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field.
Nice to see him playing at a high rate of speed there, getting up and down the floor quickly. Early offense for Forbes.
Harden up top. 10 points for him. The feed to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got his first 2 points of the night.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Guarded by Harden. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And stolen by Harris. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving's checked in for James Harden. Now here's Irving. D right on him. Griffin passes to Green. Griffin kicks to Irving. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, he's got outstanding balance. Kyrie Irving is so good at converting through contact. For a little guy, he's one of the best I've seen.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Bucks trail by 3. Outside Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in. Holiday's got 7.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Irving surveying the floor. Griffin dishes to Irving. Over Holiday. And that one goes long. The Bucks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Irving's shot is good.
Well, I tell you what, he's one of the best scorers in the game, and I love how Irving continues to be in attack mode.
Holiday against Brown. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Here's Brown. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Nets lead by 3. We'll get right. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. Irving for 3. The shot that time not on target. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
It's Durant with the drive. Griffin kicks to Brown. Irving passes to KD. DiVincenzo against Irving. Griffin trying to get open. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Here's Brown, and the rejection by Giannis. And now the fast break, Middleton with the ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Bucks lead by 1. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. Landry Shamet comes in for Bruce Brown. The Bucks also changing it up. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Hard to keep up with Irving. I mean, this guy knows how to get to the line. He's a multi-dimensional scorer, always attacking.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Harden against Holiday. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Phenomenal body control from Harden. Superb at just knifing inside and forcing the defense to whack it.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Holiday goes in, and Holiday throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Harris against Middleton. Here's Giannis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Harden against Holiday. And Harden with the stop.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Harris outside. Pass to Jordan. 6 to shoot. Not going to go that time. Good D by Lopez. Here's DiVincenzo, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harris has got the ball. Rebound, Milwaukee. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around. Really doesn't faze him. Doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. Free throw no good for Giannis. Nets trail by 3. Here's Harden. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Yet another hard shot that Harden makes look easy. Amazing at measuring the floating jumper.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. It's Durant with the drive.
Boy, when Durant's on the attack, so quick and explosive, puts the defense in a bind.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
DiVincenzo finds Holiday. From 7. Giannis against Durant. Giannis passes to Lopez. Can't hit from in close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
The Nets working the ball around now. Outside Irving. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Back to Irving. The 11-footer. The rebound by the Bucks. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Giannis inside. Covered by Irving. It drops.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
It's thrown down to Kumbo. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Now here is Holiday. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic lick. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. A great view of our broadcast location today. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Harden. Jordan is out there with Durant, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Okongwu is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Collins in at the 3 spot. Landry Shamet's checked in for Irving. Doris, as we were talking, this is the point of the season when stars really start to make their case for MVP.
Yeah, typically some players get out to a hot start. Maybe the narrative builds early in their favor. You also have those players who have been in the conversation who want to turn it up a notch and maybe close the gap in the minds of those voters.
Now, here's Okongwu. Back to Herter. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And that one's good. Shamet.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Here's Young. He had 13 points in the win against Houston.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there. I'll tell you, he turns a difficult situation of duress into a simple basket with a precision pass out of the double team.
Harden the pass to Shamet. For 3, Harris sinks the three-pointer.
One thing I love about Joe Harris, he has now become confident in catch-and-shoot situations. He wants to be assertive.
Young against Harden. Young inside. And it's blocked by Jordan. Hands are the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Shamet with the steal. And here they come. KD's shot is off.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Collins trying to break free. Capella with the bucket.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Harden kicks to Harris. From deep. Atlanta with the rebound. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And Collins gets double-teamed. Young with no one around. But they recover it. Collins finds Young. Inside. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
On the wing, Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harris has got 6 points.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Now, here is Young. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Back to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Herter passes to Capella. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy. A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
Now, here's Shamet. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And it's Durant missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That ties it up.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around. Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And Young, here we go. And it's sent back by KD. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Right side, Bogdanovich. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Tie game in Atlanta. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
We've got Bogdanovich. Rajon Rondo is out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Here's Rondo, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Green kicks to Irving. The three doesn't go that time. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now, here's Green. A 20-point game for him in the win against New York. And Capella sends it back. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Green with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Nobody near Irving. Offensive rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Gallinari. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Just tremendous initiative from Gallinari. Puts it on the deck, forces the defender into a tough situation.
And Doris, when you just look at the numbers the last 2 seasons, Gallinari has been playing like an all-star.
Now, Greg, you're talking about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and he began to shoot a higher volume of threes, which obviously sometimes leads to a little bit less efficiency. But not for Gallinari. He's actually improved his accuracy from the three-point line.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Luwawu, the pass to Brown. Irving for 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
I'll tell you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Capella finds Bogdanovich.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. On the wing, Green. Brown the pass to Griffin. The kick out to Irving. And they get it. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
Now, don't sleep on Kyrie Irving's perimeter game. Yes, he can get inside and score at will, but boy, you better check that jumper.
Green with the block. It's Brown with the drive. I'm sure you've got a list. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Collins comes in for Bogdanovich. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Atlanta. Back to Harden. Outside Durant. Pass to Jordan. Atlanta with the rebound. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. Here's Collins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
I tell you, very few players are as smooth and as easy as Kevin Durant is on the move. He just glides around the floor.
Now, here is Young, and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Clock at 6. Back to Young. And Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Young, good. Young's got his second basket of the game.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Harden dishes to Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Nets out in front, leading by a point. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Durant in at the 4-man position. Huerter passes to Okongwu.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Harris kicks to Irving. Back to KD. Shoots over Capella. Shot is good off the back rim and in. That's 7 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, Kevin Durant, even with a defender draped all over him, he still looks comfortable, doesn't he?
Young drives in. Basket good. Young's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Irving kicks to KD. Harden outside. Down low. Here's Jordan. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Jordan's got his first basket of the night.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Poke loose. Herter passes to Young. Good on the triple. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
And here's Harris from the arc. Traps in the tray. And the Nets lead by 2.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Young drives in. And Jordan sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last for the Hawks. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for John Collins. Tony Snell comes in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. And Bogdanovic kicks to Okongwu. A shot missing. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. Matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Harden against Rondo. Capella trying to free himself up. Rondo's shot is off.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, trying to go to something else, and flat out choked.
The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Harden on the wing. Pass to KD. Puts it up from 12. Again, the Nets for 2.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Rondo against Harden. Rondo scanning the floor. Stolen by Harden. To the paint. Irving finds Harris. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And now it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And that one, good.
And Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
Rondo with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Rondo with the ball. That shot missing. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Durant, the pass to Harris. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient. You know, 2 things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
Fires from the corner. Rebound collected by Snell.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's good. Rondo's got his second bucket of the night.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Harris, right side. 24 seconds left to play in the third. And Griffin, here we go. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Rondo's shot is good.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Harden dishes to Griffin. Harden kicks to Harris. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Young and Herder make up the back. Bogdanovich out there with Gallinari, and it's Collins in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
He's a guy you have to game plan for. The way Young scores and passes the ball creates so many problems for the defense.
Nets leading by 6. Outside for Jordan. Outside, Green. There's Brown with the 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. And Collins has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. Makes it off the glass.
But Danilo Gallinari, obviously much more known as a scorer, but how about the court vision there?
Irving looking over the floor. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Jordan, high post. Outside Irving. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
5 on the clock. And the basket by Harden. Atlanta with the ball. 6-point game. And Young, here we go. And Jordan sends it back. Down low, working on Collins. Brown, good.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Here's Young. Good D by Jordan.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Irving can't hit.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Gallinari attacking, and Gallinari throws it down.
Well, the big man drives on the interior, showing some nice agility on that tape.
In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Brown. Nets passing it around. Fires for 3. Good defensive work there by Young.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Yes, that goes in. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Stolen by Collins. And Young, here we go. Good on the bucket. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
Collins against Harden. Locked loose. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Herter. KD's checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Bruce Brown. Jordan the pass to Harris. And it's blocked. Bogdanovich against Irving. Here's Young. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league. And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on.
Shots good from Young.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
It's Durant on the wing. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's in!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Young dishes to Okongwu. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
And so he hits both.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Durant. And he overshot that one, missing. So it's the Hawks trailing by 2. Here's Young. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on. Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Now, here is Harden. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the back. Okongwu is out there with Collins, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Harden. Young's shot is good. Young's got 24 points. Nets trail by 3. Harden outside. Young with the steal. Capella kicks to Young. Banked in off the glass. 26 points for him.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Out to Harris. Back to Harden. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the middle. Griffin passes to Durant. 4 on the clock. Kicks it out to Harden. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Young looking it over. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Young. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
And the Hawks making a change here. Snell's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jordan's checked in. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. That one drops for him.
Now when the game is on the line, Kyrie is the guy you want taking the shot. He is a stone-cold finisher.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. And that one falls for Irving.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
KD against Young. Okongwu. It falls.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 on shot attempts since the end of regulation. Here's Harden. Here's Jordan. Atlanta with the rebound. Now Young. Up and in on the layup. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
And it's Durant missing. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Passes it to Capella. Young with the ball. The pass to Snell. Misses the 3. And so it's Atlanta with the W. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. Up next, the Bucks taking on the Hawks. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Danilo Gallinari.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Okongwu is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Collins in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. Count that one. We always see it, these players great looking, rejuvenated after the All-Star week. Does that short period of rest really make that kind of difference?
I think sometimes mentally more than physically. It's kind of an opportunity to hit the reset button and prepare yourself for the stretch run. And listen, that season is so long. And because guys train year-round now, to get that mini break, if you will, I think can work wonders for guys as they get ready to make that home stretch push.
Yeah, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. The shot by Okongwu, no good. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Antetokounmpo, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
It's blocked. Young inside. It's stolen by Capella. Feeds it to Okongwu. And he comes up with the deuce. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Now Holiday. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington. Giannis left side. Lopez passes to Middleton. Just 3 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Hawks. And now here comes Young leading the break. And he gets the bucket.
Such a quick thinker in those spots. Trae Young has a knack for knowing where to get to.
Holiday against Capella. Lopez. And Capella sends it back. And they're moving it up. Here's Collins. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. It's stolen by Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
DiVincenzo with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Bucks trail by 6. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
To the inside, here's Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Clock is at 3. Tipped away. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Gallinari, he's checked in for Okongwu. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Collins. Tony Snell's checked in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. 1:06 left to play here in the first. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. Middleton against Bogdanovich. Over to the left wing. Oh, that's blocked. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Pass to Tucker. And so Milwaukee again turning it over. Here's Rondo. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. Snell from outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Portis, the pass to Middleton. Kicks to Tucker. To end the run, Middleton trying to break free. Can't get the layup. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. 4 seconds left. Here's Capella. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their... Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of the underdog label.
You know, I think the underdog story, started when I was
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Tony Snell is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Gallinari in at the four-man position. The Hawks leading by 9. Here's Capella. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Forbes the pass to Portis. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Bucks trail by 11. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Forbes the pass to Portis. Rondo with it, picked up by Portis. Here's Snell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Chris Middleton. The Hawks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Kicks it out to Giannis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Young outside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Clint Capella.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
The Hawks working the ball around. Kicks it out to Collins. To the paint. Lopez with the steal. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Young looking around. Can't cash in from close range.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Connaughton kicks to Lopez. Giannis outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over Young. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Collins. Now the pass to Herter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's sent back by Lopez.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Holiday against Collins. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And yes, it's good.
Lopez powering through that time.
54 seconds left in the first half. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari is proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
You think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick, going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Holiday against Rondo. Gallinari passes to Collins. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's Middleton penetrating. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Forbes. Off target from outside. Stolen by Tucker. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. Here's Collins. 20 points for him last game against Houston.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, no, no. Not today.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going in. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Atlanta was looking great right away. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12. And that does it for our.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Clint Capella has been sensational.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 10. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Lopez kicks to Middleton. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
The feed to Collins. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
DiVincenzo with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Middleton right side. Here's Lopez.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And finished off by Collins.
Just has a nose for the dunks. Collins up there once again.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lopez, no luck.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through. What a joy to watch him in transition.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Passes it to Okongwu. Inside, shot clock at 6, and finished off by Collins.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Kick out to Giannis. Pass to DiVincenzo. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out.
And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles, Greg. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. And the news is in on the review, and they overturned the original call on the floor. So, well done to use the coach's challenge, and it gets reversed.
You know, it's like that big question mark. Sometimes, if you don't get the call right, and then you wonder, what if this, what if that, This time, clear on the replay, they overturn it. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And so Snell nails both of them.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Forbes the pass to Tucker. Down low. He's looking for Portis and finds him. And Forbes has it in the corner. The Bucks need to get a shot off here.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Bogdanovich, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And the Hawks lead by 16. 50 seconds left in the third. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Portis has got his second basket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside Rondo. Gallinari wide open. Offline with his 3. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. There's the pass to Forbes. Now Portis. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. That 3 off the mark. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. 2 points. That one goes. Rondo's got 6.
Embracing the hit on the way up. Rondo hard to take down. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
Connaughton passes to Tucker. Here's Connaughton. No good with the layup. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Atlanta as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Collins. Clint Capella is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Rondo in at the 1. Here's Connaughton, and that one is hammered home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Bogdanovich dishes to Collins. Great D that time for Middleton.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Rondo's shot is off.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. On the wing, Holiday. He's covered by Rondo. And Portis throws it down.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now, when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. you're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Middleton drives in. The kick out to Holiday. Lopez right side. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Young against Holiday. Outside Collins. Pass to Okongwu. Lopez with the block. There's the lob into Kumbo. The lead now in single digits.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Stolen by Holiday. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Good on the shot.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Young passes to Capella. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Well, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Young outside. Dishes it to Capella. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. The Bucks have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Holiday dishes to Lopez.
Well, he's very engaged right now, John Collins, defensively, and that's starting to make a difference for the team.
To the middle. Here's Okongwu.
Oh, man. Fans love it. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. For 3, Middleton. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, Middleton proving again how clutch he is for this basketball team. Big shot there.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's Hurt. He dishes it to Young. On deep. That one, no good. And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.